So we're here today outside Ping HQ as we take a tour of the Ping factory. Remember guys, if you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends. So here we are inside the Ping factory here at Gainsborough. So it's time we go and check out and see how a set of clubs is built. So here we go, we've just had our order come through. This is the AF Golf order. This is from me. It's a set of I-530s, 5 to wedge, and you can see the detail that goes into this. And this is the start of the Ping process. So the process starts in this little machine where this ticket is printed off, and as soon as that's printed off, they head over and they start using and picking all the product that they need that's on this. Once that's done, it's moved across to here where it's scanned. Each product has an individual QR code on it, which brings it up on this screen, and each individual product is weighed. What that does is it allows Ping straight away to understand what head weight they're going to need to adjust for swing weight later on in the process. So once the product is picked and weighed, it is put on these rollers and headed over to this little section where there's a little wire brush that is cleaning the inside of the hosel, making sure there's absolutely no dirt, and then you can hear that little bit of air popping through to make sure there's no dirt and grit left inside before it starts the build process. So one of the key parts of any Ping club, and what's become synonymous with Ping over the years, is the color code for the lie angle. So this is done very early in the process, not setting the lie angle, just getting the right color dot according to the ticket. So in there you can see we're just adding a little dip of blue to each of the dots, ready for them to change that later on. So with every Ping set of irons and woods that come out, but there is always a serial number on the head. Now, over the years, this has been really helpful, especially if you're looking to add irons to your set. You can pump the serial number into the Ping system and it will tell you exactly the spec was built. So what is happening here is we're prepping the heads ready for them to go into the Laser X machine so they can have their serial numbers applied. So now we've got the heads all primed and ready to go. The important bit, next bit, is going to be selecting the shaft. So in this little section of the warehouse, you'll see every set of shafts is picked to align with what's on the docket sheet and ready to hit the build line. So one little cool feature of Ping, and it's a really cool thing to find in the factory, is in here is all the ferrules for the irons. And what Ping do is they store them under this little heat lamp. What it does, it softens the plastic to make them a little bit more pliable when they're applying to the shafts. How cool is that? So this little machine here is applying the ferrules. So if we have a little look in this box here, Chris, you'll see all the ferrules for all the different heads, irons, in there ready to be applied to the appropriate shaft before it hits the important build line. So pushing the ferrule on, making sure it's far enough up and ready to go. So we've got plenty of sets here on the line, and if you look at these tops of these shafts, these have all been prepared with the ferrules, and what you've got here is some red and blue caps. Now it's quite interesting this, because what Ping do is they place these caps in the bottom of the shaft to make sure that when they're putting the glue in, it's not going to run down the shaft and affect the swing weight. So it's a really precise procedure. It's really interesting, but this trolley is ready to get to work. So now we're starting in the build process. So here we've got a huge amount of tip weight. So earlier when they scanned each head and got the correct head weight that was needed, the tip weight that was needed for the shaft, they're now being picked in each individual head. Everything's scanned, so what happens then is the glue is delivered. Once the tip weight is in the shaft, the glue is then delivered at the right amount per model. Now interestingly for Ping, each model has a slightly different amount of glue applied. Once that's done, it's pushed in, it's wiped down, and it's placed on the heating carousel, which takes around 15 minutes for the clubs to dry and gets it ready for the next part of the process. So this is possibly one of the most important processes on the line, which is loft and lie, and it's something that Ping have been focused on for many a year with their colour code system, as we spoke earlier. So on the screen in front of you, you'll see on the bottom left hand corner that is what we are trying to get to. So what this machine is doing is every time it's applied to the small metal block in the middle, there's a camera inside there that is measuring the loft and lie, and the computer above will tell the club builder exactly what he needs to adjust to get it spot on. Now you might think it's an art process, but no, a good old hammer and a good old mallet will tend to do the job. And you can see the level of detail that goes into this, with the club builder constantly putting the same iron back on until it's absolutely spot on. So club now moves straight into the length process. So now each set of 12 clubs is going to be individually, every iron is going to be cut individually to length. So placed on the machine, you can see another screen working out exactly what club needs to be, and you can see it's just being run through there, made sure the end's nice and protected, no sharp edges on the end, and yeah, very quick, very efficient. And then we head over to the interesting bit. Now, having tried this myself and done this in club building, this section is very difficult. So the speed at which they turn down ferrules is very, very impressive. Every ferrule is turned down, make sure there's no sharp edges, no lip, and you end up with a fantastic looking set of golf club. Yeah. So a little bit of acetone on each ferrule gives it a nice little buff, nice little polish, and gives it that shiny look before it heads over to the grip section. So there you go, taping and gripping. I've taped some golf clubs in my time, but never have I ever spun the club in that manner. How quick and easy was that? Super cool, making sure it's exactly to the spec that's on the ticket. So if you're adding layers of tape, it will be done in this section as well. And then we head over, as one club builder applies the tape, you've got another applying the grip. So this set firing through, and as we're standing there, another set added to that line as well. So really quick process, really, really precise, really accurate. So one of the important things when you are regripping is obviously getting your grips on nice and straight, and Ping do that by helping the club builders with a laser line. So you'll see there on top of there is an absolute red line that comes down to help the club builder get the lines on the grip absolutely perfect to the shaft and the club face. So this little machine here is the hot melt. So in the irons, you'll see that the toe weight is placed in the end to help with the swing weight. But in the woods, hybrids and fairways, this is shooting hot melt. So like a glue inside the head to make sure we get the right amount of head weight ready for the swing weight. So here we are in the swing weight area, and you've got a set here of G430 irons in the graphite shaft. So getting the swing weight on these is absolutely so important to any golfer that's ever played golf. That if the weight of the club is out, then you're in all sorts of bother. So we started this process early on when Ping picked the head and they got the head weight, and the computer suggested what swing weight it should be and what weight they need to put in it. And they're now getting to the point of really dialing that in. So they're checking the swing weights. There's no toe weight in the club at the moment, and what the computer is doing is trying to understand exactly what weight needs to go in each toe, ready for the golfer. So here we go, the G430 irons are being now added, the toe weights to each individual club according to what was measured on the swing weight machine. Placed in, ready, perfectly swing weighted, and in a minute we're going to check to see how accurate they are. So this is the set that the computer, or we swing weighted, we put the weights in. So now I'm going to put Ping to the test and see how accurate this thing is. So we've got the toe weight in. Let's place it on your loft and line machine. So C8 this set should be, C8.1, so we're within 0.1 of a swing weight. That's pretty impressive. But to show how accurate this machine actually is, I've got a tear off strip that they use to clean down with. Let me just add that, and you can see that's add nearly half a swing weight to that set of clubs. So how precise this machine is pretty incredible. So once we've got that swing weight absolutely perfect, we now head down into clean down, so straight in and getting this absolutely lined up, ready for a boxing up process. So one of the areas that Ping makes sure that all product is so accurate is this manual QC. So irons are selected to be tested, and you'll see this is a very manual process, making sure that everything is absolutely spot on and as it should be in the box. So this is pretty cool, because not only have we just gone through the iron process, but Ping obviously are world renowned for their putter range, and they hand build every single putter that comes out. It follows exactly the same process for iron. So it's picked off the line, and then you come in here and you can pull the heads out. So in all these little cubby holes, let's have a little look at this, unwrap this. This is the famous Ping answer shape. It's the answer 2. Beautiful putter. Will then go into the process, lies, lofts, exactly the same as a set of irons would. So there we go. After seeing the entire process, there is my set of golf clubs, all built, all packaged with my name on, ready to go. A big thank you to Ping for showing us around their fantastic factory. I don't think we realised how precise and accurate everything is, as well as that they build absolutely everything for you guys at home when you order it from us. So thanks for watching, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends.